Testing, testing. I think I got it now. Let me know if the sound's coming in. I don't know what happens every now and then, you know. The computer has a mind of its own. No, there should be sound now. Okay, there should be sound now, yeah. Like I said, I don't know what the hell happens. Hold on, let me get a little ambiance. All right, so I'm willing to talk about anything anybody wants to talk about as long as it's clean and respectful. I like to talk about silver. I'm okay talking a little bit about politics, but silver, let's check about the prices right now. If you give me just a second, let me check the prices out. I just got home from work, so all right, let's take a price. I can't even think straight right now. Kitco. So as you know, I started buying again. Prices are about the same as they were last week. Right now, they're sitting at $22.54. Yeah, I got a haircut. It'll grow back. $22.54 is our silver spot price. We got a $1,734 for gold spot price. So $22.54 for silver. As you know, I started buying again. I kind of felt a little uncomfortable. And again, we all have our own strategies. Just because I'm doing something doesn't mean you're obligated. Or better yet, if I'm doing something different from you, it doesn't mean that you're doing anything incorrect. We just have each of us have our own strategies. Each of us have our own financial variables that are different from one another. So I was a little uncomfortable buying silver, $27, $28. So I knew it was going to come down eventually, and not that I was prophesizing. I didn't have dreams or anything. I just know eventually it's got to come down. So I decided to get back into the market. I'm hoping actually, and I always say this, I hope it falls even further. I hope it falls into the teens. I just don't foresee it right now. I'm going to be honest, and that's my opinion. It's not a professional opinion. I don't foresee it falling into the teens right now. Steven just bought a 100-ounce bar. That's awesome. 100-ounce. Gosh. 100-ounce silver bar. That's awesome. So I can see it coming down to $21, $20. And you know, maybe I'll change my mind just because I say it's not going to go into the teens. That's my opinion as of now, this moment, from what I'm seeing around me. That can change. And when that changes, I will make that opinion known to everybody. Again, I just didn't feel comfortable buying at 27, 28. I held on to that money knowing I can wait and buy when it got to 22, $23. I felt comfortable. But yeah, at that time, I think I got, what was it? Well, obviously, I went to the local coin shop, and you saw that video. And then I also, a week later or 2 weeks later, I bought a tube of 20. So I'm feeling good. When am I going to purchase more? I'll probably wait till payday, see what's left over after paying bills and whatnot. That's how I normally do it. I go out, I pay all the bills, I go grocery shopping, I fill up the tank of gas, I make sure the cable and electricity is paid for, that sort of thing. And whatever's left over, then I dump into silver. I don't dump it into a bank account like a lot of people do. It gives them the power. I think every time we deposit money in the banks, it gives the banks power to destroy lives. It really does, because the banks then have money to loan out. I'm giving them, technically, if I deposit money, I'm giving them free money. Oh, they give me that, 1% interest? I think it's 1% interest. I don't even know what it is anymore because I don't do it. I haven't done it in years. But it gives them the power to take my money at, we'll just round it to 1% interest, and loan it to some schmuck for 19.9 on a credit card, 29.9, or even if they're lucky, 4.25% financing on a home. I just don't think it's right. I really don't. And it basically gives them the power to enslave people, utilizing debt. So that's my strategy. Some of you folks can afford to buy, when the prices are 28, 29, 30 bucks. I'm unfortunately not in that position right now. So I'm going to take some questions. I'll even make some comments. I just want to start by saying hello. Savage Stacker, thank you. And Jonathan Arroyo, thanks for joining us. JK Pioneer, as always. Mr. Glock 23, glad to have you back. Blue Dog, Red Dog. Who else is here? Chung Choi, thank you so much for being here. Sean Schaefer, hey bud, your mic is off. That's all fixed. I'm obviously right now reading the older comments. Sean Schaefer again, Larry Sumners, who else? Anthony Smith, what's the word? The word is silver. Silver and gold. That someone that messaged me. I bought my first ounce of silver, and I'm so envious because one day I would love to own 1 troy ounce of, gold. I bought my first ounce of gold, and I think I responded like I'm envious of you, because one day I really would like to own a full troy ounce of gold. I really would. That'd be freaking cool. But gold price is 17. All right, once you add in the premium, what is it? 1850. That's a lot of money to come up with. And I love stacking silver more than I actually like saving money in the bank account. Not just because I want to take their power away from them to destroy lives, but when money is in a, I was looking for a debit card around here just to, I better not. When money is in your account, it's so easy to spend. You know what I'm saying? And you got this piece of plastic in your hand, and all you do is you walk up to a machine and swipe, and you done blown a bunch of money. With silver, or gold for that matter, it's sitting in your safe. It's difficult to spend. I wouldn't say overly difficult, but let's just say you were in the mall or you were browsing around Best Buy like I like to do, and you just see something you gotta have. It's so easy to swipe that card and boom, you'd blown money. But when you see something that you gotta have and your savings is actually not in your bank account, but it's in a safe 35 minutes away from you, logistically, it's a little more difficult to blow the money. And you also have a cooling off period. Let's say you want it during that 30-minute drive home or whatever it is, you got that cool off period, if you know what I mean. But then even if you get to your home, you open up the safe, you got to drive it someplace, right? That's going to buy it from you, coin shop. There's another 20, 30 minutes, depending on how far they are away. It just logistically a little bit more difficult to blow your savings when you invested in precious metals versus the bank. I think the banks love you putting your money in their accounts and having that debit card because you don't save money. You're constantly blowing your money. Steve, Thank you so much for being here. Sharp35, thumbs up. Who else is here? Stephen from the UK, thank you so much. I see that you spelt your name with the 3, but I think I can figure that out. Good news with the China ban, the commies can't interfere anymore with cryptos. I'm curious. I know they keep banning Bitcoin, but I'm lost, Larry Summers, with why this is good news, unless I'm not following you. I don't understand how they can't interfere with cryptos. Not arguing with you. I just truly do not understand, and I look forward to your comment to understand. I would think any entity, whether it's a country, a government, any entity that has enough money to invest, soak up the market, can interfere in anything, silver, gold, or cryptos for that matter. They have the power to buy in bulk and then dump back onto the market in bulk. So I'm curious of your thoughts, why you think they're not going to be able to do that any longer. Mr. Glock, thank you so much. Who else? Raw Food Writer. I was hoping that to use my crypto money to purchase a bug out location but the market's down. I am biting my nails. Any words of advice? I understand your need to get a bug out location. I understand I'm sorry to say, but the markets are down. But a lot of times the good news is a lot of these bug out locations happen to be in some pretty nice looking land. A lot of forest looking lands. Places that mountains and whatnot. So I hope you get it. I'm hearing from a few sources that the prices are going to stay down for a while. It's not the news that you wanted to hear, but I'm not here to bullshit you either. So while the prices are down, don't give up on your dream of getting that bug out location. Instead, fortify the amount of cryptos that you have. I'm hearing that the prices of cryptos might turn around by October, November. Actually, I think it was November I'm hearing. So just fortify your stack. And this goes for silver stackers also. Fortify what you can, because I think things are going to start turning around by the end of the year. Again, I got to say this. I am not an expert. I don't have ESP, or I don't have spirits talking to me. I don't get prophetic dreams. This is just an opinion. That's all it is, okay? Who else is here? Kitco sucks. Kitco is a good place to look at the market prices. Buying from them, I wouldn't buy from them. I've never bought from them, so I really can't give them an honest review. But looking at their prices, I wouldn't buy from them. But good place to look at the prices. Nothing wrong with that. The prices of the market. When you go to buy silver from them, their prices are a little high. MK Ultra 90. Thank you for being here. Steve, natural gas is at a 12-year high. Yeah, everything's at a high. And going back to Raw Food Writer, who wants to buy a bug out location. A lot of those places, depending on how rural it is, you're not going to have gas lines up to your house. You probably need to have propane, which is expensive. My advice, because my home had, obviously it had electricity, but we also had to get propane. My advice is, if you're in that position to get propane, get a large tank. You pay for each and every time they come to fill it up. Not just for the gas, but for the delivery. So I think what we had a 250-gallon tank, And I think we were filling it up maybe once every 6 weeks, 8 weeks. So definitely get if you're going to get propane, get a larger tank. Obviously, I hope you also have electricity. I think you will. But just some food for thought, because you saw my old videos. I used to have a cabin in the woods, in the mountains. Silver Wolverine, thank you so much for being here. Jack Owen, silver's on sale. Time to stack. Actually, it is. It's again, I hope it goes down lower, because I remember we were stacking in the $15, $16 range. Remember that? Silver Crypt, stacking junk silver like crazy right now. So I want to build on that statement. A lot of people ask me, do I buy junk silver? Absolutely not. I don't buy it. However, that doesn't mean I do not stack it. While I admit junk silver is getting harder and harder to find, when I do find it, I keep it. When I buy silver, I like to get the shiny new stuff. Okay, maybe not everybody's strategy, but I love to get brand new maple leaves and brand new eagles and brand new privateer series and brand new this or brand new that. I'm just not into buying. Nothing wrong with it. Again, my strategy could be different from yours. Doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. For mathematical sake, I like to buy just get everything troy ounces or bars, 10 ounce, 5 ounce bars and whatnot. Again, if junk silver falls in my lap, I don't spend it. I don't throw it away. It's kept. Who else? Reality Dog. Silver could be at $1 now, but it costs $38 plus on JM. So silver and gold can never crash. And to the best of my knowledge, it has never crashed given its time in history. You know, what I'm saying is since biblical days, you open up the Bible, within the first 3 chapters, it speaks of gold and silver. It has never gone to zero, and it will never go to zero. Silver and gold have a historical track record of never crashing, never going to zero, never being worthless. I can't say that about any other currency that has come after it. Every form of currency has crashed or been replaced. Not gold and silver. Historical track record down to the Old Testament of the Bible. Yeah, Steve, the banks aren't paying anything in interest. Your savings account, I think, it pays a percent. Correct me if I'm wrong, somewhere in there. Yeah, all these MK Ultra, I'm reading your comment right now. Did you see how much hospital workers got fired? I think you meant to say how many. Did you see how many hospital workers got fired in New York City today? It's ridiculous. Yeah, and 1 year ago, they were hailed as heroes. Our heroes, our saviors who are working, so hard to save lives. Look how they're treated. And 1 year ago today, actually longer than a year ago, I was saying this is going to happen. And please look at my videos from 1 year ago. You're going to have to look through them and look at the China-related videos, I was saying there's going to be a mandate for, you're going to need a passport or something to prove you've been vaxxed. And what did I say? I'll even repeat myself. Your most important right as a human being is not the freedom of the speech. It's not the right to own a firearm. It's not. It's the freedom, which is not documented in the Bill of Rights or anything, is the freedom to move around, the freedom to apply for jobs, but more importantly, the freedom to move around. Freedom to move to another state where you might have an easier life or easier time finding a job. That is what they're going to curtail. Pretty soon, the Border Patrol will expand, and they will be working the borders of each state, verifying that you're not coming and going, possibly even down to cities, but verifying that you're not coming and going in and out of states without your vaccine card. I said that. I actually was mocked. Right around March, April, I was starting to talk about this, of 2020. I was mocked. It's coming to be true. And I don't mean to bring the conversation down. I think things can get worse. I think pretty soon it'll be tied into the metal chip. Again, I was tempted to pull up this debit card. It'll be tied into your chip on your debit card. I fully believe that. It'll be tied into the chip of your debit card to where when you go to pay groceries, it doesn't show you have your vaccination. Sorry. You can't buy your groceries. Heck, you might even need to scan that card before entering into places like Walmart or Target. Imagine that. Gary picked up 3 100-ounce bars. What is it with the 100-ounce bars? I'm jealous, man. 3 100-ounce bars over the last 3 weeks. Average price of all 3 were $2,460 with premium. I wish one of these days I'll get a 100-ounce bar. I'm a big THETA holder, according to Sean Schaefer. Big THETA holder. Just curious on your thoughts on XLM. My thoughts on XLM are very positive. I don't own any because I feel I missed the boat. I don't own any because at the time I only had enough money to pick what the 5, we'll just say 5 favorite ones. XLM was like a 6th, but I was feeling that I was spreading my finances too thin, and I really could kick myself right now. XLM and XRP. I wish I would have. I'm an idiot. So if you have the ability to get some XLM, definitely get it. John L. Voth. What's up, Overtax? Have you heard about YouTube censoring comments? My comments get erased from YouTube when I mention things like limit your risk to fiat. I'm hearing that I'm hearing not only are the comments getting wiped out, but I'm also hearing that if you leave a comment or a like to another video, it could affect your own YouTube channel. For example, if I went to, let's say, CN, and I left a down comment, the algorithms know what YouTube channel it came from because you're normally logged in. You have to be logged in, right, to leave a comment or to leave a thumb up or down. So they're really screwing with people, not just on the content they're creating, but the comments they're leaving on other channels. I also believe that's one of the reasons why a lot of, how do I say this? For example, here in Arizona, I think there was a digital mandate to be moved from air antenna, over the air antenna, to digital. Now, while they did not eliminate over the air antenna television, it is definitely, when I put up an aerial antenna, you can only get 3 channels. And there's so many. The bottom line is this: they want you to move over to digital. Why? Obviously to make money, no doubt about it. But they can also track you. How? Oh, overtaxed taxpayer. He's a Fox News. He's a Fox News watcher. He never watch it. They can sense what you're watching. And I think that has an adverse effect on a lot of things as well. They can track, they basically start to build a profile. Can that alone build a profile on a person? No, but they definitely know what you can watch, and they definitely know what you don't watch on cable television, but they take that variable and add it to the YouTube and the internet big tech information, and they start slowly building a profile. These guys, they play a game of chess. So yeah, just be careful what you say in your comments, John Elvoth. You know, obviously everybody knows you're not saying anything new, right? Everybody knows to limit their risk when it comes to fiat. So if you see something that you know is going to get you banned, it's not even worth commenting. Cosmic Logic, thank you, appreciate it. Dom C, yo, long time no see. I bought some stocks today: gas and oil, XMO, DVN, and CMP, and AOS. Swamp Eagle, you and I. Okay, you are number one, my favorite YouTube creators. Always look forward to your video. I really appreciate that, Swamp Eagle. I really do appreciate that. I noticed that for me, my viewership went down, and I got discouraged. But I can tell. Remember, what was it? 2017, 2018. I noticed my viewership take a turn for the worse, because that's when I started to discuss. It all started with my very first YouTube video being taken down back then. And I immediately I jumped on YouTube and made a video saying what a bunch of freaking Nazis they were, anti-American. And back then I got the second video taken down. And Lord and behold, when you compare how they were back in 2017 to what they are now, day and night. Back then we were lucky. Now they start not only taking your videos down, but giving you strikes. So I even have to watch what I say, so don't feel bad about it. Marcel Klein de Groot, thank you so much. Who else is here? I like this lady from Kitco. Okay. So yeah, Mr. Glock, Theta is $4.81 today. And he asked a question, are you still ahead? Well, I got my Theta at 13 cents. Yeah, I'm still ahead. I can kick myself for not buying more though, right? I wouldn't sell your theta. This gentleman here says it's a soft rug. Well, it just says name. I don't know if it's a gentleman. It could be a lady or a gentleman. But again, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. And besides, why would you sell at a low time in any market, regardless of silver, gold, or cryptos? Would you sell your stock market after it fell? No. It'll come back. Above and below, cryptos are going to be taxed pretty hard with the new infrastructure bill. Yep, everything. Slavery never ended. It was perfected. They don't want you breaking free. They want to control the monopoly board. When I go quiet, I'm just reading some of the comments. In Europe, we are stuck. You're stuck. Why? Because you gave up your rights, not you personally, but the UK in general gave up their rights to own firearms. They gave up all their rights just because the government was going to protect them. I don't know. I'm not from the UK. Perhaps you guys never had rights to own firearms. I could be mistaken about that. But I'm not a UK or a Europe historian either. I barely know the history of where I live right now, Tucson, Arizona. David Schnatt, thank you so much. Yeah, it's good to see you as well. It really is. And I'll probably cut this video pretty short soon. But definitely get silver. I know there's a lot of people here right now who are just coming in. I got back in the market about 3 or 4 weeks ago after taking about a year-long hiatus from buying silver. Again, what I'm doing is my strategy. It works for my financial abilities. But I don't want to give the impression that if someone's doing something different, that they're doing something wrong. They're not. You're not. A financial decision I had to make. There was other financial obligations I needed to make during that year-long hiatus from silver. The markets fell back down from the $27, $28 range of silver down to what it is now, $22 and change. I decided it was time to get back in. So I definitely would get your silver right now. Again, I'm hoping silver is going to crash some more so that way we can get more for the dollar. I'm not really worried about right now how high silver is. And I fell into that trap when I first got into silver, 2014? No, I got into silver much earlier than that. I think it was 2008. I believed all these videos that it was going to make me a millionaire. Oh, each ounce of silver is going to go to $500. And, I fell into it. And I thought, oh my God, any day now I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to win the lottery. And it took me a while to understand that a lot of those videos I watched were half-truths. While they were not going to make me a millionaire, while they were not going to be my lottery ticket, they were better, far better than a savings account. Far, far better than a savings account. So I'm going to quote a very wise, somebody left this comment. While silver might not make you rich, and I said might, because it's possible that one day it could go into the hundreds. It depends on a lot of variables, right? But I'm going to just go with this. I'm going to err on the side of caution. While silver might not make you rich, you'll never be broke from it. Can you say that about cash? Silver will never go to zero. It is feasibly possible cash can't become become worthless or close to worthless. Yeah, JK Pioneer wood stove or pellet stove. So in our cabin up in the mountains, we had a pellet stove. I actually recommend a pellet stove over a wood stove by far. That's going to Raw Food Brighter, I think, who's going to be buying some land and hopefully a home on that land. Because a lot of states, when you buy land, like in Arizona, when you buy land in Arizona, I think you have up to, it's been a while, I think you have up to 2 years to build or start building on that land. You can let the land sit. However, if you try to live on it, I think it is, you have up to 2 years before you're fined or something. Somebody can do the research. You know, it's unimportant. Just be careful what your laws are in your area when you buy land. And I could be wrong. The realtor told us that. And I forgot what she was saying. She was saying so much. A lot of it went in one ear and went out the other. But I vaguely remember there was some law here in Arizona. When you buy land, you had so much time to start building. If you want to live on it. Because you can buy land here and just let it sit as an investment, but you can't live on it. Or if you do live on it, like your mobile home or something, you have to start building on it. I don't know. Again, they're making the rules as they go along. And I say they, the government. Whenever we find a way to get around it, they change the rules. Dominic Pelosi. Yep, I understand your comment. I don't think we allow it. It's just that much of the population is getting free stuff. There's no skin in the game. They're not paying taxes, and nor will they ever pay taxes when taxes are increased. For example, all these refugees and these Haitians that are coming in, they're going to get free, everything free, that you have to go out and work 8, 9, 10 hours a day. I don't know what that was. You're going to have to pay taxes for them. All the free things that they're going to be getting. And election time rolls around. It's so easy to win the election now. You vote for them conservatives, they're not going to want to give you your free housing anymore. They're not going to want to. They might even take it away. They might send you back to the countries that you're all from. So you better vote for us. And you see how easy it is? They're going to take away your free stuff. You better vote for us. They might send you back home. You better vote for us. So easy. So easy. The thing about wood, while wood looks good, actually some of the pellet stoves look just as good almost. Wood stinks up your house. Regardless of how you vent out, it over time, you walk into a house that has a wood fireplace in it. Even in the summertime, when the fireplace is not being used anymore, the house smells like fire. Little Stray Sheep, love the junk silver, bought a bag of Mercury dimes. I love them, but I just don't go out and buy them. Yeah, David Schnatt, 65 watching, or now it's 87. Can I ask everybody just a small favor? Every one of you, 87 people watching right now, if I can just ask a favor, if you just give me a thumbs up, I appreciate it. I really would. If you can hear my voice, give me a thumbs up. It's not like I'm asking to borrow your car keys or not asking to borrow your favorite tools or your lawnmower and then return it to you broken. I'm not asking to borrow your car keys and return the car with the gas tank empty. Just give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And hey, I'll even take a thumbs down, but do one of the two. I really would appreciate it. I really do. Who else? Yeah, Reality Dog, thank you so much. The guns were taken from people in New Zealand and Australia, and now look what's going on. They're being tackled in the streets by themselves for not wearing a mask. So I just watched video last night of a dude. He's standing by himself. There's not a person for hundreds of feet around him not wearing a mask. 5 police officers came and tackled him. Just fucking took him in the air and then slammed him on the concrete. That's what happens when you give up your guns. They have no fear. Brian Sherland, like to say General Milley needs to go. Yep, I agree with you. I'm not going to finish the sentence because I know YouTube is watching me. But I agree with you, my friend. The Little Muddy Farm, Robert Jones. I like Mercury dimes. Hello, Stacker. I love dimes. I love the Mercury dimes as well. I love the quarters. Abraham Salazar. Doesn't the Bible say silver and gold will be worthless in the end times? I'm not a biblical scholar, but I think during end times, we're all going in one direction or another. Who cares about food or silver at that time? I'm being facetious. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a biblical scholar. I read the Bible from front cover to back cover, but that doesn't mean I remember every little word. And you could be right. But it also says that he wants you to at least try to survive and not depend on others. Try to have a savings account. Try to make it and put effort into your life. So when I hear something like that, what I'm hearing is, with respect, a cop-out. Oh, it's going to be worthless. Why try? Why try to survive now? It's going to be worthless. Yeah, Abraham, like I said, I mean no disrespect. You could be right, but I think during end times, I think there's going to be, you're basically going to go in one direction or the other. It's pretty much over. Pretty soon they will be able to detect your thoughts, Reality. Yeah, and again, I mean no disrespect. I see some of the comments. I mean no disrespect. You get these people who say, well, you shouldn't, what happens if, the electricity goes out? Your cryptos are going to be worthless. I get your point, but does that mean I shouldn't try? I mean, what are the chances? First of all, what are the chances? It all goes back to that analogy. Oh, you shouldn't put your silver and your paperwork in your home in a safe. What happens if your house catches on fire? Doesn't mean you shouldn't. I mean, there's so many things, You got to try in life. You can't be scared. Doug Masta, look at the national debt. I do all the time. Roan Wood, you may have to change platforms one day. I already have a Rumble account, and it goes by the same name. So go ahead and subscribe to Rumble. It's free. To the best of my knowledge, it's free. And once I start to see, I think I got something like 20 videos loaded up. Once I start to see the subscriptions start to to load to increase. I'll start to load videos a little bit more consistently. Scraper Stacker, hello. Swill, staying ahead with my TFUEL earned. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with my staking. I think I earned from staking 2,000 TFUEL in the time that I've staked, which is what, about 5 months, 4 months, somewhere in there. Sean Schaefer, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Nunya Biz, thank you so much for being here. My parents just moved to Tucson area. Oh, awesome. Silver Cycler, I'm just curious what part of Tucson. They should tune into me. Yes, I've been using the smoker, just small little quickies. When I say quickies, I throw on a stake because it also has a flame slide where I open up I open up the flame box and I'm able to actually not just use it as a smoker, but as a grill. So that's what I mean by quickie. I'll throw on a steak. I'm done like in 20 minutes, got a nice steak. I'm going to do probably, I got a big freaking turkey breast. I'm going to brine it. I'm going to smoke that for Thanksgiving. But I'm also going to go to Honey Baked Ham store and buy me a Honey Baked Ham. I love their ham. Yeah, gold. Definitely get gold if you can afford it. Definitely. And yeah, I see. Yeah, the smaller coins, though, are going to run you a little higher premium. So just remember that. But if that's the way you want to go, that's how I did it. I had to buy like 1/10 ounces of gold because I couldn't afford to put out a half an ounce or a full ounce. It's just too much money for me. But it's really nice to have. What about platinum? There's nothing wrong with platinum. But in my opinion, if I had the choice between platinum and gold, I'd go for gold all the time. All the time. Irrelevant of what the value is of one coin or another. Gold is just more recognizable than platinum. Platinum could be mistaken for silver by an idiot. Sabino Canyon area, I know it well. Yep, right by Sabino Canyon, where you can go hiking. Very nice area. Okay, Creo the Lone Traveler. Do you still trust the plan? Please tell me what plan you're talking about so I can answer your question. I'll do my best to answer your question. Homesteader law. To start, then no taxes. To start, then no taxes. I don't know what you mean by that. I have a whole forest to cut down. I'm not going to pay and have to stock up on pellets. Obviously, if you have a freaking forest to cut down, why invest in pellets to heat your home? Obviously, that's a variable I didn't know about. But if I had to pay for a cord of wood or whatever they call it, or pellets, I'm going with a pellet stove. More efficient, less stink in the house. It's cleaner. You don't have to deal with all the ashes, because a lot of times most of your ashes is being shot through your exhaust pipe. But again, if you have a whole forest of wood, you know, hey, you're not going to turn it down, right? Wes, thank you so much. Yeah, too many rules. Yak River Rancher. Hello, fellow Arizona. Yak, where are you from? What part of Arizona? I'm not asking for your address. What part of Arizona? That's all. Snake Jones. I am switching back to a mustache after the stream. Love it, brother. Yeah, it's getting a little gray, though, man. I think work is driving me gray. I got a little goatee here. I don't know if you see it right now. I'm just looking through the comments. Well, I guess you can't sell our junk silver to Overtax. Like I said, I love junk silver. I also love vanilla ice cream, but I prefer chocolate. You know what I'm saying? I like buying shiny new silver, shiny new gold. I have, I have a Glad sandwich bag full of junk silver, dimes, quarters, half dollars, Morgans. I have it. And I think I even made a couple of videos back in 2016, 17 about junk silver. But even then I said I don't buy it. I watered glass 100, then eggs yesterday. Good up to a year. Oh, I love freaking fresh eggs. I'm a big egg eater. You know that? I'm a big egg eater. Scrambled, fried, you name it. Sunny side up. I love eggs. Always have, even as a kid, little kid. I'm not a big cold cereal dude. I'm really not. I mean, I eat my Raisin Bran. Other than that, thank you, Abraham Salazar. Appreciate it. Thank you. God bless you too. Like this, like that. I work for the government and I will not be getting the shot. Thank goodness. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that right now. My work has given me no choice, so I have to make a decision by the new year. Anyway, folks, by the way, Yankee Stacking, thank you so much. I got to run. I just heard my wife pull up, and I promised I was going to cook dinner. I didn't cook any dinner. So I better get my ass to work. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to probably do another live stream or video upload tomorrow night. Thank you so much again. I appreciate it. Who else is here? The Night Truck. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I apologize I didn't get to you.